Last time on We Split the Party. The party's battle with the demonic Barhest ended with an explosion rocking the underground sewer system.
And then landing directly in front of you.
As the tunnel collapsed around them, our heroes collected the missing children and were able to make it out safely, but not before a portion of the tunnel collapsed, crushing Cal's foot. Thanks to Gilwyn, Fox and Joy were cured of the Barghest curse.
So you watch as you're getting a closer look at it now, you watch as the wrinkles almost fall away like dead skin.
And the citizens of Gadam were overjoyed to see the safe return of their children. The following morning, the party agreed to meet up at Heba's Herbs to further inquire about her contact who might know something about Thorn's condition. When they arrived, Heba seemed disoriented, but recounted a story of meeting and falling in love with a man from Passage, hoping that one day they may reconnect. At that moment, heavy footsteps were heard approaching from the back entrance. Heba quickly told the party that she was closed and asked them to leave. Concerned for Heba's safety, the party investigated the herbal shop, but were met with a pair of hobgoblins dragging an unconscious body. When Freya blocked their path, the hobgoblins struck her violently, causing a melee to break out between the two parties.
She slaps and you're pushed back 10 feet, so she's knocked off of her feet and slides to a grinding halt on the other side of the road.
Oh my god.
During the fight, Freya's form took on a new appearance, that of a shark, and when the tide of the attack finally turned in the party's favor, a tiny man could be seen watching from the upstairs window of Heba's Herbs. As the dust settled, the front entrance to Heba's Herbs swung open, and a pair of well-dressed goblins ushered the party inside. The party was directed to a private room where the tiny man was waiting for them. He was joined by a white-haired girl sitting in a catatonic state who he called Lainey. The man introduced himself as the Bourgeois, the leader of the Coterie, an underground criminal society within Gadam.
I like to trade in favors, and the more you have, the more favors you can do.
The Bourgeois made it clear that he was impressed by the party and wished for them to complete a job for him in exchange for a favor. After the party refused the offer, a shackled man, apparated in the center of the room, was allowed to leave. Though as he exited into the street, the Bourgeois warned the party not to tell anybody about what they had just seen. And with a flick of the wrist, the prisoner's head exploded.
Through the window, the guy just starts running, and his head explodes.
Oh my god.
But as they walked away, Cal had the distinct feeling like he was being watched. And thus, their journey continues.
And we're back.
Hey!
Yay, we're back! Okay, so some minor technical difficulties, just, because
It was planned.
Anyways, welcome to We Split the Party. My name is Alexander once again. I will be your dungeon master for free. Today, these cool cats will be introducing themselves and answering a question in character. Starting with Emily. If you had to convince someone you're crazy within one sentence, what would it be? And I'd like you all to direct them straight at the camera.
Straight at the camera. Convince me that I'm crazy.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, hi. My name is Emily, and I play Thorn. If I had to convince somebody I was crazy in one sentence, you can't ask me these kinds of questions. You did this the other night, and I'm just like, I need time to think about it.
How do you think I feel every session?
Well, we're just gonna go with what popped into my head first. I hate this. Okay. I can't do it. Thorn would never do this.
This is great. We're starting off difficult. I love it.
Probably something along the lines of fuck. Everyone's making me nervous now. Stop looking at me.
This is good.
Hi, my name is Mark.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, hi, my name is Mark. That is exactly what I would say.
Session 8, you'd think all the nerves would be out by now, but I love it. Keep them going.
Nope.
Maybe Thorn doesn't have that. Yeah.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know
Or maybe they don't
that's
remember.
scary.
they
Yeah.
There, it's canon now.
She'd probably
doesn't
just
remember.
like growl at someone,
Yeah.
and that's all she'd do.
Do it.
Yeah, because I feel like she's scary as Thulk, anyways.
Yeah.
See, if you growl right in someone's face, like really menacingly, it's
Fair.
Yeah, I do it and it comes off as cute. Wow.
That was cute. Thanks, Joel. Hi, my name is Mark, and I play the part of Joy. If Joy had to convince somebody who knew him very well that he was suddenly crazy, I think that he would just tell them that he didn't really have much of a respect for the common language, and just didn't think that it necessarily needed any specific wordplay, and that straight to the point was the best way of communicating, I think.
Nice.
That was so good. That was so good. Boom.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Cal. And if Cal had to convince someone that he's crazy, he would say, "Hi." You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this mask.
Nailed it.
That's not fair.
Yep, that's pretty good. He's been preparing for this.
Yeah, his whole life.
Hi, I'm Mary, and I play Freya. And do people really need convincing that she's crazy? I think really? Oh, probably she'd start reading.
Fair.
Honestly, I have a good answer for this too. So my name is Joel, and I play Gilwyn, who's a druid. Every answer I've come up in the past few sessions has already proven that Gilwyn is kind of crazy. He wants to go on dates by himself. He wants to see two humans breed. I think he's a little bit crazy.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I do. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know who came
Clearly
up
it was
with
a
that answer.
traumatic response, and I just tuned it out.
However, I think Gilwyn is actually at a very weird point in his life. He had just met a bunch of people who have been murdering everybody and stealing money and teaching him very weird things. There could be a moment where he will just show it to everybody. So.
It's ominous.
Show what?
Okay, we leave him behind.
No more children.
No more children.
And with that totally smooth, unprompted, untainted opening,
Tainted.
we're gonna jump in. So, last we left off, you guys had slaughtered my favorite NPC in the streets.
Ex-favorite NPC.
Sorry, ex-US. You had slaughtered the bourgeois bodyguard, as well as two hirees that were dragging an unconscious body into the coteries hideout. You were then directed in, had a conversation, and, disagreeing with his terms, decided to leave. Exiting back out into the streets, the remains of the person's name you didn't even get were being dragged into Heba's herbs. As the doors slammed behind you and the streets are beginning to bustle as people bump past, kind of giving you awkward eyes for those that you had seen before, windows begin to shutter closed as the crowd begins to enliven. The city streets in the late afternoon air is yours.
Gilwyn tries to sneak away into the crowd.
Jesus Christ.
Right away, roll a stealth check.
Booyah! That was not good. 12?
So everyone except Freya notices.
Gilwyn, where are you going?
I just want to grab him by the collar of his shirt. I think that would be funny.
Wait, everybody except for Freya notices? I'm visibly upset. Like, just, you've never seen me more tomato-faced before. And I think just put me down. I'm going back there.
What is it that you think you want to do?
I'm getting Heba out now.
How?
Just gonna figure that out when I got there. P and I can do it.
But it's not just you and Pete. You have Thorn, Joy, Freya, and myself.
You guys clearly didn't want to come in with me before.
We don't, and I think I can speak for all of us, we don't want to make any rash decisions. let's think about it. We all have intentions of...
Gilwin looks around at all the bodies being collected. This is rash enough.
Well, they attacked us first.
He attacked somebody who could care about.
Well, if we put our heads together, perhaps we have a discussion.
Are you lifting me up? Is somebody
Yeah.
lifting me up? I'm gonna like pat your arm and like, please put me down.
Okay, but I have to put a leash around you.
Little
I
belt.
like that.
I take it off.
Let's discuss. Create a plan.
How can we get Heba out of this?
Let's have a discussion.
I don't know. Okay.
We care. Gilvin, we care about Hisa.
Sheba.
Sheba.
You're really not doing anything convincing right now.
Yeah, Heba.
Get her name right.
I'll do more than that. We'll get her out.
That one.
But first,
Who was this? Does anybody know who that was? I've never seen
A
a
mafia
person
boss?
so small.
Oh,
And he had wings.
pigs.
I think my mom used to talk about people like that, but
Would we know anything about like pixies or fairies?
You can roll an Arcana check.
yeah, I feel like that's not a common sighting.
19.
19. Fairies, more distinctively, usually hold that of insect wings, approximately 6 inches tall, originate from the Feywild, are magically inclined and especially devious.
Well, I was
Fairy.
right in calling him a mafia moth.
Mafia? Oh, is that what you said? That's pretty good.
Oh, that was way better than we gave credit for. That.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody laughed. What the
I thought you said Mafia Boss, and I was
No.
like, oh, that's funny. But
Mafia
then Mafia
Moth.
Moth? Damn, that's canon now. No, don't squish the Mafia Moth. Oh, just bring a light.
Joy! Is that you? You see, parting through the crowd is Z6.
Oh,
Pushes through. He's wearing like almost a rough tailored suit, trying to like clean himself up a little bit more than you had last seen. But he kind of pushes through the crowd and he's got a basket in his hands. Hey, what happened? I heard there was some sort of like fight that broke out. What are you guys doing here?
I mean, that might have been us. I think that would be wise for us to perhaps find a quiet spot to sit down and hopefully we don't have anyone else staring at us for a bit. I think that, well, what just happened, I think that we should keep our heads down for a little bit.
Do you want to come over for some coffee or?
We would love that.
Yeah, that'd be actually great. Thank you.
Great.
Follow me. And he begins to head through the streets.
Is it pretty crowded right now?
It's
Can I
starting
grab
to get.
Dylan's hand first? Yeah.
And I will walk behind you.
Yeah.
Normally I would enjoy this, but I'm not enjoying this.
Gilman.
I have friends.
I'm still carrying the body of
Oh, right.
the
Yeah.
Nazi.
Oh, the woman,
the
right.
woman. The
Did you guys-
So wait, well, how is it like?
I
Are
like
they like
know.
just limp? Like,
Yeah.
They're just unconscious, right?
Yep, arms are bent the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
I'd ask Zizix if you could find a doctor.
Sure.
Wait, G6, hold on. I'm still clearly frustrated, but can I do a medicine check on the body and see if she's even alive?
Yeah, as we walk. Let's do it back at the house. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh, that's 13.
13. As you guys are walking, you kind of look for a pulse. There is a pulse. Faint, but there is a pulse. You guys eventually make your way back to Karazak's. He lets you in through the front door. It's a little more cleaned up, and Karazak's is not there. But the back door is closed, and you can hear some coughs every once in a while coming from the other room. As he comes in, starts to boil a kettle, and begins to prepare some coffee. There's like one really small couch about 3 or 4 feet long. There's a couple of chairs that are about this big. The ceiling's about 5 feet high.
Is there a dining table? Like,
Yeah, there's like little TV trays in front of the two like lounging chairs.
So cute.
And he's got...
Wait, is there TV?
No.
Television.
Galavision.
Now it's getting. Maybe we should just lie around the ground and split hits.
Oh, yeah, sorry, just watch ahead. Serves you guys some coffee. Sits down.
Wait, I just want to know at this point who actually is drinking the coffee. I know that some people were not about it. I don't think Freya likes it, and Thorn.
I feel like Thorn takes a polite sip, and then she puts
it's
it
like
down.
a slurp, like.
Yep, she takes a polite slurp.
Oh.
I'll just pour it into yours when no one's looking. Yeah, like one of these.
So, what happened?
I mean, it all happened so fast. We were at Heba's Herbs. We were just asking her some questions, and all of a sudden, this massive woman just walks in and tells us that they're closed, and we're worried. And so we kind of circled back, and then some hobgoblins came and assaulted us, and well, I guess we duked it out right there in the street.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the only thing, but well, I'm not.
They have my friend. And they're not going to give her back.
Gillen. See, with all due respect, we met somebody inside, but he put a fairly serious threat on us. As much as I feel like we can be brave about this whole thing, I think that I would hate to put Z in danger and Brez in danger from having known about this person.
Do you know anything about a fairy? Was it a fairy?
A fairy?
A fairy male?
Gillen, fairies aren't from here. They're from the Feywild, and they're really tricky.
What's the Feywild?
So it's this magical land. I don't know.
It's just another plane of existence.
Oh, she's a conspiracy theorist.
No, other people live there, and you can go there, but magical creatures come from the Feywild.
It's the Fey.
Oh. Dogs go there. It's okay.
I think my parents used to talk about that.
And I thought I was dumb.
Burn.
So there's this fairy.
Z,
Guys, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. I really seriously think that we could be putting Z in a lot of trouble by talking about this.
perhaps the less you know, the better.
Oh, it's fine. I'll closes the blinds. We're safe.
Yeah, when we were being watched when we were there.
The last thing that the bourgeois...
Who's the bourgeois?
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Fuck. I will be leaving. Z, it was such a pleasure to see you.
Wait, I got so many questions.
And
is the fairy the bourgeois or is the bourgeois the fairy?
How about this? If you keep asking questions, I will kill you myself.
Oh, okay.
Please, it's for your safety and for Brez. Keep slurping your coffee.
Ziz, do you have a room I can just go sit in?
Go in. Stop trying to stay.
You take us to be fools. Like, come on.
They'll never know. How are they gonna know?
Well, Karazek's was staying on the couch, so you could. I'm just gonna be at the kitchen if.
Perhaps we should go back to Manic's guest house.
I think we should go get our money from Gore, and then we should go back to the house.
I agree with Thorn, yeah.
My manners. He fumbles over and grabs the basket that was in his hand. Thank you. And it's just a series of like fresh picked vegetables and fruits and some cut meats. That's from the garden. It's hard to find fruits and vegetables and get them.
Oh. Well, thank you, Sid. I really appreciate that. I'm sure we're gonna enjoy these
Nice jacket.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I
went and spoke with Mannix and you know he said he might. There's a small chance I'll get a job. So.
Oh.
Yeah. We're working it out. We're working out the details.
I'm so happy to hear that. Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Feels good, with Brez being sick, not able to work, and Karazak's gone, so.
Is Brez still sick?
Yeah, ever since we arrived in Gatum, she's been feeling unwell.
Hey, Gillen. Would you mind going to check on Brez and...
Where is she?
She's, here, come with me. Goes over to the door and kind of... Brez, sweetie? Hello, are you awake? And he give me 2 seconds, and he goes in. He's like, they want to say hi before they leave. She's gonna, okay, I'm coming. There's a few moments, and she comes out wrapped in a blanket with these like arms around her. She's like a pale booger green. Her eyes are sunken in. She's gonna, hi guys. Good to see you.
Did she have a lot more color when we found them? Like, she did not look that pale booger green? Because I don't know if that's
usually a livelier green. Yeah.
Yeah?
Lively, yeah, like an active booger. This is more like a crusty.
It's like more slimy booger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know Freya got uncomfortable at anything except boogers.
Yep, image attained. We're good.
Do you mind if I don't know how to approach this. I'm not good
Well,
with
we can check her temperature and stuff like that to see if she's sick or if it's, just like a cold or if it's something worse than a cold. I don't...
what they said.
Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check on?
Sure, so you walk up and roll a medicine check.
Medicine check. 21.
So you go over, sit her down on one of the chairs, check her temperature, her pulse. She's like extremely cold. She's extremely cold, and her pulse is like fading as if she were unconscious.
Okay. Sorry, I don't really know how to help, but maybe if we're gonna...
I'm cooking, so...
Is that a fever? Mm-hmm. Like you're burning up, but you're cold.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I don't have a herbalism kit.
I do.
How can we help that?
Well, if we knew what it was, I can potentially create a remedy for it.
With a 21,
but
would I have known what it was?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, right?
You got an herbalism kit? Sure.
I do.
You got an herbalism kit?
Common cold goes away by itself in 2 days.
I'm a gardener.
Be a man.
Or is it a common goal? And I'm part of it now. It's just green. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mambo number 5.
Looking over at first, she seems fine. She's gonna not fine, but it looks like it's a really just rough fever.
Whoa.
What?
What was? Have I experienced that before? Is it like the Joker serum? Like,
I mean, that's a little odd.
Sounds like hysterics.
You, in your nonchalant book reading of random medicines,
ooh, I remember this one.
being exposed to extreme fear in magical creatures can enliven a sickness terror called Cackle fever. A remedy can be reached. Magic can relieve it. It is highly contagious.
Oh.
Thank God I'm not in there.
Let's get you back in the room. Everybody stay in this room.
Okay. Z just kind of closes the door.
Yeah, Z, I can come back. We're gonna be in town at least, I feel like, for a little bit. I can come back tomorrow and I'll be able to help better. Just right now, just keep her fever down and give her some water. I think she's hungry.
Yeah, it's been almost a week now, right? So
wow.
That's probably... Sorry, I've just been so caught up trying to find work. Oh,
It's
God.
okay. You're just trying to take care of the people you love.
Thank you, Gilwin.
I exit through the front door.
Gillen, don't get too far.
Can I run after you?
Do I have like a bungee?
Yeah. It's like one of those monkey backpacks
Yeah.
like
Just
around you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Question, would we know what you need to remedy this cackle
fever.
sickness?
With an
Fever?
herbalism kit.
I also have advantage on anything plant related.
Sure, roll an herbalism. You
Drug
could roll an
dealer.
herbalism kit check. With advantage. Because
18. Okay, so 18 plus my proficiency, which is 220.
20. Yeah. Rather than going through all the resources, you can purchase what you need for 25 gold.
25
That's halved of what you would need to pay in order to cure the sickness.
Wow.
You need to find the person who was originally infected in order to cure everyone else who has come in within 10 feet of them since they've been infected.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh, a week ago.
Well, it was when she got to Gat.
About a week ago. Sorry.
It takes about a week to come up, like for symptoms to show. Within that week, they are the most contagious. With your knowledge, gnomes are immune, orcs are immune, and
Gilwin is immune.
What about half-orcs?
You're half immune.
Yeah, I think half works
You
out,
just got the
right?
cackling part.
That would be scary.
Yeah, no fever, just cackling.
I mean, Thorn already does that, so.
exhaustion is the first symptom. Then you get to cackle. Then it turns to nightmares. Then it turns to night shrieking. Then it turns to straight mad laughter until you suffocate.
Okay.
Perhaps we should let somebody and the authorities know that if mass sickness breaks out, to be on the lookout for cackle fever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with this linear timeline that we have, I mean, we could potentially just find the person who's most far along on that path and, hopefully cure them.
But is this something that we want to get our hands into? I feel like we have enough on our plate as it is.
That's not untrue, but I'm a bit worried about Brez. I think that we should, you're right, I think we should talk to Gore. He might have the best idea as to what's going on in the city and what might need help with.
All right.
Well, why don't you three go with Gore? I'll hang out with
How far
Gilwin.
have I gotten? I've been out the door for a while now.
Yeah, did you guys follow it?
I went
after
after
I
you.
see-
Yeah.
No.
I 100% went after
Yeah.
What a dork.
If
I'm gone.
you. No, you're not.
Roll a stealth check. I don't believe you.
if it's all the same to you guys, I feel like I need to make sure that she is tended to. Her arms are pretty.
The Nokian, right?
Backwards arms.
Well, I can go with you.
Yeah. Why don't Thorn and I go and talk to Gore?
And if you catch him in a good mood, perhaps you could acquire one of those, more of a kit of some
fireworks?
to make. They proved themselves to be quite useful.
The boom boom ball.
Yeah.
The balls that go boom.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they were really useful until they blew up the entire sewer system we were standing in and you broke your foot.
Well,
All
to
unrelated.
be fair, I broke my foot from a rock falling after the explosions. But I see your point. But do keep that in mind.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm asking.
Got it.
I'd be very surprised if it gave you guys anything.
Well, it sucks for you because I'm walking that way. That's where I'm going.
That's fine.
I was already I'm bolting towards. I guess I have to go to the train thing first. I know we need to get all of this stuff out of the way in order for us to get back to Heba and save her. So I'm just trying to speed run the whole side quest thing.
So we have Joy, Thorn, Gilwin
Yeah.
and Freya heading to Gore.
Oh, you're gonna go see Gora?
But you didn't ask. I just started walking. You just started following.
Oh, you're such a fucking brat today. Oh my God. You know what? I think you're gonna be annoying with that group. I'm gonna take you away from that and be like, no, I want to show you something.
I feel like I'm like just feet dragged. Like,
Yeah.
like you're going this way now.
Yeah, I'm taking you somewhere else now, I think.
Sick.
And P's just waddling behind
Yeah.
me.
Cal, what are you doing?
I'm gonna head to Mannix's factory.
Cool. So, as the four of you begin to make your way to... The two of you begin to make your way to Gore.
Yeah, we're not going that way.
You two begin to head on your adventure. Cal, you head to Mannix's factory. All right. Cal, I'd like you to stay seated. And I'd like the rest of you...
What?
...to count down from 3 before you unplug your mic
What?
and leave the room.
Okay.
Wow. 3.
I gotta watch this anyways.
You're gonna get murdered.
3.
So-
What?
Yeah, on the count of 3. So 3, 2, 1, unplug. 3, 2, 1, unplug.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I unplugged the wrong one. 3, 2, 1, I'm doing it now.
we gotta leave. We gotta play both.
Good luck.
Rest in peace,
Oh
Cal.
no!
We love you.
Just right outside the door.
Don't die.
Mel, if you could keep them company, please.
Uh-oh.
Bye, friends.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Ooh, spooky.
Cal. Finding your way back to the Runedrake factory. It is busy as things are being loaded in and out. Weapons are being made, items are being constructed. You see Mannix on one of the scaffolding, shouting orders back and forth. He recognizes you as soon as you come in with a limp body in your arms, and he kind of, "I'll be down in a moment! Stay there!" Rushes to the side, heads down the stairs. You get a couple of eyes from people as you're going through the city, but especially here. Makes his way up to you, kind of, "Is she okay? What's going on?"
She's hurt badly. Do you know of any doctors that could potentially fix her arms?
Jesus. Bring her to my office. Come on. He leads you up the stairs to his top floor office, clears his desk of things, and helps you lay her down. He goes over to the shelf and pulls out another one of those like bronze boxes that you had seen him use before to talk into, except it's a little rectangular, and he places it on her chest. Opens it and presses 3 buttons, turns it, and you watch his 2 little arms come out, wrap around her wrists. Okay, you ready?
What do you need me to do?
Hold her still. 1, 2. As they rip her arms down and force them back up into place, and she watches it kind of, what the? And just starts screaming and starts pulling against you. Roll a strength check.
Strength is an 8.
As you hold her down, she's ripping away and pulling, and she's screaming. You're seeing tears pull down her face. And he's like, hold her still! You see the hands, like another set of hands come out and start wrapping bandages around the arm. Another little rod comes out, places it in. You watch as he kind of like, it's not in yet, it's not in yet. One more time. She looks at him, looks at you. I'm gonna kill you. And begins to bandage it out more. She kind of, her head falls back.
Unconscious?
No, just drops back. Kind of, all right, I think we got her. As the hands have just kind of like, he's almost put her into a straitjacket kind of hold with the 2 arms. And take some of this. And goes to pour in her mouth, and she pulls away. He's like, all right, takes a sip, puts it down. What's going on? She just looks up at you and glares.
Mannix, is there potentially a room in this factory or at your house free from prying ears and eyes? Of the physical sense and of the extra sensory version as well.
He looks out the door to one of the cameras and goes over, closes the door, traces his handle on the wall, and you watch as all the windows kind of ting, 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 and cover over with metal, and a little like electrical beam around the rim of the room lights like a dull blue glow of his office. She just lies there silently looking at you guys. Yeah, this is safe as it'll be. But there are ways through this.
Of course. This is just for conversation.
Right.
But I must warn you, the city, the balance, it could be at risk. I vastly underestimated the scope that magic has returned to Torvea. Did you think that magic, once it left the prime material plane, that it was gone from all planes of existence?
The thought didn't occur to me. Honestly,
Like you, that thought never occurred to me either, but I'm beginning to realize that with magic back on this plane, it allows access from the other planes, potentially putting this plane at risk of invasion.
Oh?
You are establishing yourself as a magic user, a magic creator, which puts a huge target on your back. This can be a conversation for another day, but I want to prepare you, at least with information, that a day may come where you are asked to choose a side, or someone will try to take everything from you.
Nothing I'm not used to, I guess.
But what you're used to on the surface so far is other people from this country trying to take what is yours. But when someone much stronger, much more adept in the arcane arts, I just hope that you're prepared.
He starts to do calculations in his head. Right. What does this have to do with her?
Would I be able to speak with her alone for a moment? I understand this is your office, and I really appreciate the hospitality, but this is a quite sensitive matter.
I guess I owe you one. Just don't touch anything. He goes over to the door, traces his hand in the same, on the same metal slab, opens it, and closes it behind him. You're now alone. She just looks at you and glares. She's covered in those same black linens and slight leathers. Her mask is now off from the scream. She's still got the hood overhead, that ashy, kind of dark tan skin. It has two curled red tattoos on her temples that go down behind her ears, and her hair's shaved on the sides.
And is she sitting down or is she laying?
She's lying down, just kind of glaring at you through her nose.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go I'm gonna pretend to check the door just to make sure that it's locked. And on my way over there, while my back is turned, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. All right, is that a saving throw, or?
Nope. For the duration, I can read the thoughts of a certain creature. When you cast a spell, as your action on each turn until the spell ends. If I focus my mind, I can... I initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. It's a saving throw, a wisdom save, if I probe deeper.
Okay. As you incant the spell, muttering under your breath, you hear her sit up. What are you doing? And as she says those words, you hear her voice come through your mind at the same time. I gotta get out of here.
What brings you to get him?
And why would I tell you?
Seeing as I saved your life.
She kind of thinks for a moment. And here she's like, how did I get here?
I brought you here.
She gives you like this terrified and then furious gaze.
Your arms were bent the wrong way.
Oh. Why?
Something to do with hobgoblins.
No, why did you take me?
It's been a long time since I've seen or heard of your kind.
My kind. What do you want?
It's been decades since anyone's heard of the Nokian. What are you doing out of the mountain? Who gave you permission?
Her surface thoughts. There's that word again, Nokian. What the hell is he talking about?
Can I probe deeper on that?
Yeah, roll a wisdom save. Or,
you roll a wisdom
I roll a
save.
wisdom save. Ew. Oh, 12?
Nope, that's a 4. My spell save DC is a 14, so that's fail. So then, if I probe deeper into the same, if it fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
So,
Oh no, sorry. If it succeeds, oh no, never mind. That's if I. So yeah, one of those
Okay.
things. Either way, it knows. I'm probing into its mind.
Okay, you hear, as you ask that question, she kind of, and you get washed with like an emotion of confusion and fear. And you hear like, Nokian, why do people keep saying that? And you see these like flashes of images where she sees herself, but not as a Nokian elf, but as a human woman. A live human woman, like a side pack, and just riding a horse that has like 2 saddlebags on either side, filled with like papers and parchment and rolls. She's just like riding along, and flash forward a little bit, and she arrives in Gatim, knocking on Heba's door. Then you're pulled out of it. What the hell was that?
Are you okay?
Splitting headache.
Perhaps from the fight you got in. I'm assuming there was violence. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in the state you are in.
They got the jump on me.
Why?
I don't know.
Tell me. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
Hear her thoughts again. I don't know. She's like, myself? What else would I see?
What do you look like?
She looks down at her hands, that like ashy tan skin. An elf?
From where?
I don't know. Her mind, she's just like, feels lost and very vulnerable. Seems like a very touchy subject. Oh, what the hell are you doing?
You see, I am like you, and I'll take off my mask. We are the same. Can I inspect closely to see if is she actually Nokian, like Nokian?
Roll an investigation check.
15. Oh no, 25. Sorry.
You get like close to her and she kind of veers back a little bit. Reach out to see if there's illusion. And there isn't. She looks distinctly like any family member you would know, any friends you've had. She's definitely a Nokian elf.
What the heck? Of your childhood. You know nothing of the training. You remember nothing.
What are you talking about? I'm a messenger.
Please excuse me. Us Nokians, we're no messengers. We're protectors.
I'm not a Nokian. I'm from Nyasura. I'm an only child. My name's Dicene. I'm a messenger.
And what message are you carrying?
You see, in her mind, she thinks back to the last message that she delivered, and it was a thick, heavy parcel that she was tasked to deliver from Albinum to Gatim. The memory continues of her knocking on Heba's door. Heba gives her a nod. Those two stout goblins in the bare-chested come down, open the door to go upstairs. As she walks upstairs, the memory goes a little hazy. And she drops to her knees as she's just bombarded with these her memories almost just immediately become fogged, as if, actually roll an Arcana check. Nine. She's just clouded with information, over bombarded, drops to her knees, drops the package, looks at her hands as they go from human to ashy gray elven. She stands up and just runs.
Where?
Out of the coteries hideout, down the stairs, out into the Gatim streets. She grabs the cloak from the nearest pile of dirty clothes that she can, wraps it around herself, and just charges into the fray of the city. She kind of... I'm a messenger. I delivered a parcel, and then people started looking at me weird, and I couldn't get another job, and
from Alvinum, who sent you on this job?
I don't know. Sometimes I get scrolls and whatnot passed from other messengers who just tell me to hand it off. I don't ask questions when there's coin involved. There was a lot of coin involved. Something's not right.
I believe someone turned you into what appears to be a Nokian elf. And I'm afraid that is very bad news for you. Any words with the person that you delivered the book to?
No, when I got into that shop up the stairs, I just felt weird, dropped the package and ran off. You remember, Cal, when you went upstairs above Heba's herbs, there was a washing, almost a cleansing. And when you tried to use magic, it didn't work.
Oh.
Look, I was doing just fine.
What is it that you want?
I don't know. She kind of looks you over, looks at her hands. I look back at my life, and I remember feeling fulfilled. Delivering a package, I'd send money home to my parents, I think. And I would travel throughout the Allied nations, and then something's... you see like tears start to well. She fights it. I don't know, I remember loving it, being content. But I look back and it seems like a horrid waste of my time. Why would I care to mingle amongst these weird, short-lived human... You see like this, like, kind of taken aback and... No, I'm a human.
Think of Corvictus, the burning flames of Kindra.
She starts to like shake. It's not real. That's a dream. Oh God. And she just starts like bawling her eyes out. I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember.
I'll go up and I'll kneel down beside her and embrace her.
You see your shoulder gets wet with tears.
It's okay. We'll figure this out together. The fact that you're here and someone's tampered with your memory means that we are in trouble.
She starts to shake. I just wish I could remember. Do you penetrate deeper?
Sure, yeah.
That's a natural too.
Yeah.
She starts to shake in your arms, your head's like connecting. You see her like fighting physically, literally fighting, blade in hand, against a target dummy, one you remember, your old training grounds, being yelled at by your old sergeant. Fighting, then learning, going to the scholar's ward and researching. Flash forward, you see she's fighting through this cloud, goes back to the thing, and there, back to the target dummy, and there's this like wall of fog that she's trying to fight through. Flash back to the books, the pages are blank, coated in fog, and she stabs down onto the book. And the fog begins to part, and you feel her fear. And she realizes something. Rushes out of her study, charges to the Corvictus where the council is meeting, bursts in, and just sees a wall of fog. Drops to her knees. She starts to shake. Looking down over her, wearing gold and red robes, long black hair tied into a half ponytail behind his head. His hand outstretches, 5 rings. You see Urson Hoya, the Gladius Maximus, the leader of the Nokian Elves, lifts his hand, and as she looks up, you see as her mind, the fog starts to go through her head, wraps and coils in one side, out the other, a black smog, as it curls in front of him and twists and forms into a physical scroll. He pulls out a scroll case. The floating scroll in front of him, closes it around, places it into her pocket, looks down at her. You're a human messenger. You're a human. There's no magic. There's no elves. And we're gonna take you home. You see through her own eyes, she nods. I'm a messenger. She blacks out. And if you would please send in the cool cats again, please. She just starts shaking in your hand. And you feel her go limp.
Can I feel for this girl? She was, what was, you know, sorry. What clothes was she wearing?
She was wearing like a scholar's clothes.
Oh.
She falls back unconscious.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Welcome back, guys.
Excuse me.
You hear on the door. Everything okay?
Please come in.
Mannix opens the door. Are you all right?
I'm okay. Her, on the other hand, will need some rest.
Right, she can't stay here, but there should be an extra bed or two in the guest house, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't. And perhaps we can finish our conversation after dinner tonight, perhaps.
Right.
I just want you to know that I appreciate everything that you've done for us and want to be able to assist you in any way possible.
I know you've done a lot as well, but I do have a favor to ask. Let's talk about it tonight.
Okay, thank you.
He lifts the other arm of the Nokian woman and helps you take her back out down into the lower part of the workshop. Hello.
Hi.
Joy and Thorn. You guys are plugged in, good to go?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sweet. So, yeah, plug in. As you leave the party behind and head along the tram, where are you going?
We are going to find Gore.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Freya would have told you before where the HQ for the Gatazan is. Eventually arrive.
Would have been like,
Yeah, it's somewhere
Around
in
there.
there. It's somewhere in that direction.
you'll smell him before you see him.
Yeah. You can't miss him.
You're like, you can't. He's so proud.
Handsome too.
Not really.
Dun-dun-dun. There we are. As you arrive along the northern district, the city, you see atop the north wall, the Overwatch. Northern HQ for the Gatazan. Built atop the north wall of the city, there are 4 metal support columns holding aloft a large reinforced structure, the same that Freya had seen before. You're led up a set of stairs, and there are a more heavy presence of Gatazan here than within the rest of the city, who watch you but recognize you as you've dealt with Gore before. They let you in, and in the center of the 4 columns is an elevator that cranks up. Do you guys head up?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
You lift it up into the first training quarters, as it looks like. Essentially like a massive parkour pit. There are people training in hand-to-hand combat. There are like bars along the walls. There are like hanging beams that people are like running across and training in combat across. Vault boxes. But you see on the far end of the room a set spiral staircase that leads up to the next floor. You see somebody who's in like black leathers. You know, he's got the thrown over sashes that would hold more of the explosive devices, but they're empty at the moment. He kind of looks at it and he's like, "Hi, who are you?"
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. We were looking for
We're here to see Gore.
the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Oh.
What do you want?
Well, we had some questions about the city, but we also came to collect on the bounty for the missing children.
Oh. And how do I know? As you goes on his speech, you hear these like heavy footfalls coming down the metal staircase from behind. That's enough. You see Gore standing not in his leathers, but in like simple streetwear. His like chest is revealed as there are fresh bandages thrown across his wound, and his arm is in a sling. Come on up.
Thank you.
You guys you guys are led up to the second floor. The second floor. Led up to the second floor. It is archaic. There are like plexiglass-looking boxes laid all over the room, big enough for goblins to go in. There's a small like table in each side, and as you guys walk through, there are like a series of goblins in like lab coats who are standing outside the glass domes. There's one fully coated in armor inside, and he's like gives a look, and he does one of these, and the goblins in lab coats just kind of look up and they're like, it's like, okay. Grabs another one of those like black iron casks, pulls up like this thin strip of like glowing red material.
Do I recognize these?
Roll a, I don't know, history check?
He's explained this before, right? Or am I having deja vu?
He's explained it when I was there.
Oh, when you were there, okay.
Just a rehab.
Yeah, I was like, why am I having deja vu? Oh my gosh, it's exactly.
I got a 14.
14. So as he, you don't recognize this specific one, but he definitely is using combining some materials to create an explosive. And you watch as he like slowly places them together.
I want to be this guy.
I'm grabbing like Thorn and I'm just like pulling her to
Slides the piece in, grabs the little black cap,
Oh my god.
twists it on. You hear a muffled, I got it! And he lets go as it drops, and he's like, how's it done? The glass rocks, and you feel the entire building just kind of.
Oh my god.
Everyone just kind of stands there and like opposite sways. There's like a black cloud that slowly dissipates. Somebody goes over and. Dead! Hello, tell us if you're dead!
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
One hand just kind of slaps up against the glass, and he's like, do it again! As you guys, Gore pays.
away.
Gore doesn't pay much attention as he leads you up to the next spiral
To
staircase.
be fair, I think I'm a little more dangerous than that.
Ooh, clean up in aisle 3.
Yeah, but you're less likely to do it by accident. I don't know. Remotely less likely.
You led up to the top floor, which is the most boring looking office that you've ever seen. There's tables and desks strewn about. The walls are lined with maps of the city and like the surrounding area. There are mostly goblins up here. You see one or two other hobgoblins, but they serve more as like book bitches, essentially taking notes, grabbing supplies and whatnot. Gore leads you to a desk where he sits down, adjusts a little portrait, brushes some papers to the side. So, please take a seat. There's 2 seats in front of his desk.
Thank you very much.
What can I do you for?
Well, I mean, there's actually a few things that we wanted to bring to your attention, but the most important was the missing children. We think that we might have solved that problem for the most part.
Yes, I was informed. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it was you. I would expect nothing less. Your reward. That's what you're here for.
Yes.
And he calls over to one of the goblins who runs over with a clipboard, whispers something in his ear, kind of looks at you. You sure?
There's stronger ones with us. Never mind.
Oh, Thorn's.
I'm sure. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I was worried.
To that end, I don't think that your problem's quite over yet. What I mean is that we found that what was causing the problem was a what's called a barcast. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what they are.
No, sorry.
From what I recall, they were a demonic sort of creature that took on the form of a goblin and, really was trying to take the souls of different people. Generally speaking, revered souls is what they're looking for, people of power, but there's the one that we found was looking for children instead.
Oh my. That sounds horrible. And you dealt with it?
Yeah, but there is a second one. And that one's preying on adults. So I don't know if maybe you want to look into it. We did kind of locate him.
Yeah, we know his name and we know where he's located. So it seems to be that there's two barcasts. One was stalking children, one was stalking the classic revered people. We handled the one with the children, but there's another one, Varys. He lives in a sewer.
He starts writing and then stops.
Is Varys familiar to you?
Oh, yes. Takes the page, kind of crumples it. We'll handle it.
You see, by crumpling up the paper you're currently writing on, it gives me the impression that you're not going to handle it.
What an idiot.
Is everyone all right?
Well, we estimated that 22 children had gone missing and we recovered 4, so, not great. And then there's the, I think 9 or 8 people that Varys killed.
And your friends are okay?
Yes, they're great.
I mean, Cal broke his foot, but he's fine.
That's true. Cal did break his foot.
Right. So, what's this matter? We appreciate everything. And the goblin comes over and brings a sack of coins, and you'll find it's all here. And looks back, and then some. But you've done something great for the city. I appreciate that. Best you leave the rest to the Gattazan. Thank you.
Very well. There's actually at least one other thing, as far as I recall. There's, we've got wind of a disease that might be going through Gatton.
You guys have a lot of problems here.
I'm sure you're doing your best, yeah.
Right, what do you know about the disease?
That it's called Cackle fever, and that you first start laughing and then I guess you choke to death by the end, but it's very contagious and you need to find the first person who had it if you want everyone else to be cured. We know how to cure it, but I don't know who the first person who got sick was.
Right. I'll have somebody look into that. And he starts taking notes of everything you just described.
Are you gonna crumple that one up too?
Yeah, that's our filing system here.
It's a strange one.
Goblins.
You're a hobgoblin.
Oh my god.
Witty remark. So...
Fucking nailed it.
What, are you planning to stay in the city long?
Well, it seems like we might have gotten ourselves into a bit of trouble out here, and I think that we might move on shortly.
That's for the best.
Insight?
Go ahead, roll insight.
That was very suspicious. 14.
14. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The highest I've rolled today was a 9 to give me a 12. There's like a moment shared between the two of you of recognition of what he may be referencing. No.
Probably the killing of a crocodile woman in the streets.
Yeah. The murder.
Self-defense.
Light murder.
Self-defense, this is true.
Light murder.
Soft.
It's the free version.
Murder.
It's the free version of the app.
Murder light. Murder 0 calories.
We're like better.
He got it. There's a moment he's like, oh, let's just say word travels fast.
Oh, just to be clear, are you saying that we are in danger from you or from the gentleman we might have upset?
Let's just say, after you leave Gatham, keep going.
Was there anything else we should tell them before we leave?
I don't really think so. I hope you do take care of Ferris.
He will be dealt with.
Insight check?
Sure. What insight check?
Nobody trusts Gore anymore.
Ah!
Yeah.
Fuck! I got a 12! He's, you get the sense that he's probably not going to do exactly what you're looking for. Surprise, surprise, crumpling the paper. You get the sense that he was surprised to hear that Varys was this creature, but you know, didn't necessarily care.
A conspiracy theory.
I don't like this town. We should go.
I agree. Oh, before we go, what's the I'm sorry. What we're traveling through? What's going on with all those creatures that assaulted us on the way in? Any update there?
The Lothic. They're continuing to batter against the walls. More and more each day. They're getting more bold. But for now, they seem to only be attacking while sun is down. We increase our guard, and we're reducing shifts to one night, giving our men time to recover. Flexes his arms. It's dangerous, but one thing I've learned since I've lived in Gatham is goblins are all but resilient, so we'll be fine. Although their logic is confused, it's worked thus far. If I could ask a favor. Looks over to the corner, and sitting in the corner of the room with a little book in her hand. You see a small, a little taller than most of the goblins, even sitting with her knees up in like a billowy blue dress, like ball gown sized dress. She's got like a black leather book in her hand, and she's got two blonde pigtails that tie behind. A gray-skinned woman with like black tattoos that go across her face and across her shoulders. Sweetie. She looks up and walks over, closes her book. These are our friends. You wanted to give them something? And she looks over, you're closer, she kind of opens her book, flips over a few pages, and brings out like a like what looks like a dandelion that's been like pressed into her book.
Thank you.
She turns around and goes back to her corner. I told her you helped me at the wall. She wanted to thank you.
Oh my god.
Although, maybe in time, it would be nice to see you all again. It's been a while since such an eccentric group has enlivened the city. So I appreciate that.
I suppose we might not see eye to eye on everything, but I know you're doing your best for the city, and so I appreciate you, Gore.
Thank you. Oh. We obviously keep track of what explosives we use and don't use.
Oh.
So, I'll let this one slide.
It's funny, Cal was going to ask me to ask you for a couple extras.
To be fair, we do need to get out of the city, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of help.
And more gold.
You're like, they're working for me when I'm
Both
not
of
there.
you. One can roll with advantage. Or you can, oh man.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. My persuasion, so at 21. Do you want me to roll with advantage?
Yeah.
You little asshole.
Another 90 from my team. I rolled a 15.
I'm adorable.
Give the child
And
bomb.
Yeah, give the child a bomb.
I am a bomb.
He reaches down into one of his side desk drawers and pulls up a sash.
Cal's like somewhere in the world, so excited.
He goes to hand it to you and then
But I hold the flower.
hands it to Joy.
Adults.
Outside of the city.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell Cal we have these.
Oh.
Good call.
Map wipe
You're
inside.
gonna smell it.
What's inside?
You're gonna just check it all out right now. It's like there's
I'm just going to peek inside. What kind of dangerous
it's a
materials
sash that goes over that allows you to utilize them with just an action without having to search through your bags preemptively. There's 12 pockets and 10 of them are full.
I should like peek in. Cool.
It's a fanny pack.
It's like a black sash that goes over your shoulder and there's like 10 like clasped
He's Batman.
sashes.
Bat Joy.
We really can't tell Cal we have
No,
this.
never.
Joy man.
I'm just walking back to the
Sneeze,
banner.
yeah.
Hello?
I'll like fold it up and like carefully and kind of like looking at him to make sure like, can I fold these things?
I'll put the little flower in my book and then fold it back in.
And I'll kind of shove it into like the side of my satchel and
Anything else?
no, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, safe trip. Be careful.
I hold out my other hand.
Face.
This has been nice. Bye.
Joy, before you go. Keep an eye. Keep them safe.
Yeah, not a problem.
Goes back to his paperwork.
Can I run up to the girl before we leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, as you run over, she like sees you and is already looking at you, and she.
Oh.
I just wanted to thank you for the flower. Okay. I'll see you later. And I run back.
I imagine her having like a really deep voice, like, or
Yeah, thanks, bro. No, she just
I get
smiles and cups her book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she stands a good like 5'6", 5'7", with like the facial features of like an 8 or 9-year-old. And you guys leave?
Yeah.
All right. Freya And Gilwin.
Oh no, I don't want to be sad.
I'm being dragged.
Yeah, you were.
My feet are being dragged, like
Yeah.
making a path, and
Just
he's
hopping
kind of
out here.
walking right behind me. We have to go to Gore because we have to finish that so that we can do everything else.
Yeah, they're
and
taking
then-
care of it. You don't need to do there. You don't need to be there.
Okay, you can stop carrying me.
Am I going to trust you to walk next to me? Or are you going to be a little brat and run away?
He like starts pecking at my legs. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can walk a little bit in front of me then.
So I like don't even look at her. I turn around, start walking like a little bit, paced a little bit in front of Freya. Where are we going?
I know where there's not like the best area of town, right? Like where you would kind of see people who are down in there, look, sort
That
of
would
say,
be
right?
the area that you guys were in, the stacks. Where,
Okay, so like,
Going back to where the dead bodies are. Where Hebo.
but there's probably like other areas in the city that are not like fully vacant, but you can like
Yeah.
not surrounded by a lot of people that aren't outside of the wall that we're gonna get eaten by
Gonna
monsters.
murder me?
Where
Yeah,
people
there's-
wouldn't be like annoyed with other people doing things around that area.
away from the trade plaza where most of the refugees are set up, more like, it wouldn't be ground level, it would be like within like walkways and like scaffolding that would be built like around the section of the city where people live. I don't know why I'm still holding my arm like that.
Still hurt.
Oh,
yeah.
you're fully special.
Help me, I hurt.
But yeah, you can totally
Okay,
find
secluded area that is open enough and don't have a lot of people around. Anyways, to take you there.
Okay, I'm gonna get murdered.
No, I'm not gonna murder you. I'm gonna push you in front of me, maybe a little too roughly. That's not very nice. And I'm gonna ask you straight up, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I want to do something good because she's obviously important to my friend. I don't know.
So what were you gonna plan to do? We're talking to the Mothman.
To go in there and make a deal to do something for them so that Hiba could go free, and I was willing to let myself take the debt.
Okay. And how are you gonna deal with that debt? Were you just gonna work in the same shop and wait for another pitiful kid to be sad for you and do the same thing over and over again?
Gilwin stops walking, and P kind of like notices Gilwin stops and turns around. I don't know. If that's what it was gonna have to take, then I would have done it. If it was any of you in that position, I would have done the same thing.
But you were willing to put us in risk.
How many people are around us right now?
Nobody within earshot.
Is there like a building? Like we're kind of in the street, right? Or like
Yeah, there's a
some
series of
scaffolding.
buildings around you, yeah.
Gilwin's just gonna walk towards the scaffolding and sit down and kind of put his back on the scaffolding. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know any of you guys. I have nothing. Nothing. She's the closest thing to family.
Well, there's one thing you need. And one thing I know that I can help you with. I'm not proud of myself now. Oh, the music got nicer. Sorry. That's not happening.
Broken.
Yeah. Sorry. I have ADHD. And if you want to break the cycle of this debt being bestowed upon people all the time, how do you think you have to do that?
I think we have to beat them. Mm-hmm. Are we having a training arc?
Yes. I want to teach them how to fight, if that's okay.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
P's standing beside you looking at me, and he's like puffed up chest. Yeah, he knows what you're trying
Yeah.
to do, and I think P reflects a lot what's happening in like kind of like the general area intuitively. So, Gilwin kind of gets up and dusts his pants off.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we start?
Well, the one thing you have going for you is you're short. So always go for the legs.
Remember Blue from never mind, that joke's not gonna pass. But
No.
so kick them in the shin.
And a little higher. Especially
That's
if it's a man
That's a no-no
presenting.
area.
Yeah, it's a no-no area that gets them down faster, and then you can hit them in the face.
But what about people like you?
Well, I'm gonna teach you how to be people like me.
Okay, let's reposition and maybe facing each other, like middle, sandy grounds. Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I
I feel
think
like I'm gonna need to know how to use P.
how to use what?
P in battle.
Okay.
But I have something in mind.
Freya, what do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do?
What are you doing?
Just punches me.
No, I think I'd start with teaching you how to have a proper fighting stance, because you haven't really physically fought anybody. You've relied on your magic a little bit. So I think I would start with that.
Okay.
Make sure your hands are up properly.
Is this like Mulan? Like
No, Mulan did it all on her own.
No, she was trained in the army.
Yeah, she was trained in the army.
Not
but-
the conversation.
Sorry, yeah.
Joe, this is not how Mulan did it.
This is a recap podcast from Mulan.
So,
Oh, I'm in the wrong room. This is not the Mulan.
Freya,
Be
I'm
a
gonna get
man.
you.
Sorry, what?
I'll get you both to roll athletics checks. Yeah.
Athletics checks.
Ooh, that missed.
You miss, so that doesn't count. That's better anyways.
Much better.
Ooh, 18.
18?
20.
20. So
So I'm like buff now.
Instantly, you're like, I'm so
Vegeta.
good at this.
you start with a good fighting stance. It's a little awkward. You gotta unbend his knees inward. Yeah. You
You're
see,
shaking. Yeah. So,
his reflexes are to immediately jump back behind P.
Didn't pee.
can I get P do the same thing, and I'm just like with his little like
Yeah,
wings?
he's like.
Oh, he's natural. Yeah, he's just like.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sick.
The crane. Good,
He's
yeah.
got Crane, he's got Mantis, he's got all of them. Yeah, so P's doing it really well.
Just
I'm trying
like
to
wings
follow
up.
suit, you know.
You guys spend the rest of the afternoon training?
Yeah.
All right.
Does that do anything for you?
I have something that I want to try though.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So as this is happening, and maybe we're like sparring a little bit, it's kind of like training arc and there's a whole compilation. I'm gonna get P to hop on my back, and as I'm trying to like throw punches or maybe use my quarterstaff, I'm gonna try to use P to follow the trail of my punches and my staff, and see if P can use Flame Seed on my hitboxes. I think it'd be kind of cool. So I'm basically gonna try to like help have P form wherever I want to hit or block, and maybe use him as a defense or an attack mechanism.
Okay. So, as you guys start sparring, Gilwin, you take a second, like, you've got this. P jumps behind you, and you see there's like almost like a radiant aura emanating from behind Gilwin. And as he begins to strike, you can see moving along his back like a white hot vein shooting down his arm. At the end of his fist, it explodes into like a small fiery explosion. Mechanically speaking, I'm going to have P be placed behind you so that way he's not in melee of the creature you're fighting and shooting around you while they are. Not breaking any mechanics here, but essentially, yes. So your melee attacks can be like P's Flame Seed.
So cool.
So you start punching like, I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and you know how he does the whole,
Yeah.
you guys spend the better part of the afternoon. By the end of the afternoon, you've got a solid stance. Freya's done quite a good job mentoring you and making the right decisions. There's some moments where you see like frustration, and she holds herself back a little.
Whacking on the top of the head. Yeah.
And
Not that hurt.
there are times where like you find yourself autopiloting back into your own training regimes that were not quite as encouraging, and then you're able to pull yourself back with such a high roll. You do a very good job on like mentoring him and encouraging him. You see, he's a little stockier. You're sore as fuck already. It's a full workout for sure.
I think it's like, you know, as it's getting to the end and Freya's like, okay, we're like, you can tell Freya's wrapping it up. I just start to slowly collapse. And as I like knock out, actually, P's under there kind of catches me. And
That's
I
sound effect.
squished P.
Doesn't work.
Somebody
dead
spat on
now.
me, and I'm knocked out. Yeah, I'm sore. I'm just on the ground. Like maybe it's like sun's kind of coming down. Like I'm a little glistening but dirty. Just, I just KO'd. Yeah. You have to pick me up.
I leave him there and continue. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I rummage through his pockets and steal his money.
Freya, what do you do? He's an unconscious Gilwin.
I'll pick him up.
It's like
But like this.
snot bubble.
Yeah.
Are you going anywhere?
We'll go back to the house, I think. That seems like a nice place to go.
With Gilwin in tow.
Yeah.
Gilwin's like.
And I feel like
"It's a
maybe
smell."
Pea's sleepful on my sleepy on my shoulder.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're definitely. Yeah. You can't sleep on my shoulders. Way too big for my shoulder.
As you guys are making your way through the city, you pass by the Trade Plaza in the Northern District, where you guys had entered into the sewers. You can see the cave-in that you had left behind.
Sick.
There are city guards, just general city guard goblins wearing regular armors and spears, pikemen, and people starting to like kind of crowd around. The guards are keeping them at bay. But you can see where the sewer had collapsed. You can see where there was the interior of what you guys had been in, but the wall behind the ladder, the brick, had also collapsed, revealing like another portion of the sewer. Do you try and like peek in, or are you just going past?
I'll like adjust him and then, peek around. I'm taller than everybody there, so.
Yeah, so you walk over, roll a perception check.
Is that a 9 or a 6?
I think it's a 9.
11.
Better.
Oh, okay. You don't get too much time before 3-foot-tall guards start waving spears in your face, like, don't look, get away! But you get a good enough view.
Gonna blow on them.
I think all the commotion is gonna wake me up a little bit.
Sure.
And can I now look?
Oh, sure.
Yes, nailed it.
Yeah, can I just like hold you up higher over?
17.
Nice.
You shouldn't have waved spears at us, man.
So, Freya, you get a look. You can see like a glint, like a metal cylinder from behind the wall. It's quite large and it goes deeper than the sewer system. Gilwin, you can see like arcane runes that are traced along the side of this like worm-like metallic structure that is sitting on top of these like metal beams going underground. And the runes are like slowly glowing bluish green and then fading like lines along this like worm-like interconnected, like multi-riveted metallic
Subway
structure.
tunnel? Oh, yeah, you can't
And then
say.
recognize that this was behind the wall where the ladder we escaped from. What?
When you guys were in the sewers, there was like a good section of the sewer system that was just walled off. Not caved in, but like fresh brick walled off.
I mean, we didn't notice that until now. It just looked like wall to us.
It
That's
looked-
amazing. Yeah. So specifically silver. There's multiples of them. They're sitting on rails, and they have glowing runes that are pulsating. And these goblins are waving spears at us.
Yeah, try it. Hey, get back! One of them like goes to stab you in the knee and just it glazes off the sides, like get back, just to poke you enough, and an 8. This is official business, not meant for the. Who are you?
I'm gonna get on my feet.
Yeah.
We're friends of Gore.
He is, not me.
It doesn't matter. Regular citizens aren't allowed near there. It's dangerous.
Actually, we were just down there, and we're the ones who helped your children.
Yeah, pretty sure that was us.
Right.
Please get out of my way. And I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna try to bully past them.
Ooh, roll
Can I-
intimidation.
Okay, so I was gonna be like, can I be intimidating?
Yeah, both of you for sure. Easy enough.
I think I know how this is gonna roll out. This is gonna be funny.
I hope yours is higher, mine's low. I want mine to be low.
I want yours to be high.
Oh, okay.
Good. I rolled a nat 20.
I got 19.
Oh my god! So as you like go to push past this guy,
Yeah.
he
CSI.
like you push
Oh, I
past
gotta come
him.
up with a pun, yeah.
He like trip. He looks up at you.
Looks like
moves
the
a
city
little,
is crumbling. No, just kidding. Sorry, keep going.
Maybe we were on the right track.
I think we got him.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, yeah, they got
So
it.
now, okay, so
Okay, yes. Okay, yeah, we
What's
went
the
through, sorry.
crime scene?
Yeah.
Been derailed. Okay, so as the guard like trips over you, Gilwin, who bumps into another guard, who bumps into another guard, and you just see this domino effect of little goblins just kind of fall back, terrified of this
career.
child.
And me.
We're the
you.
same. I'm probably just a bit shorter. No, they're like.
You're taller, for
Oh, I'm
sure.
taller than
He's
that?
like 2.5, 3 foot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Hobgoblins are like
Yeah.
6 feet or.
Yeah, goblins.
Oh, I feel so bad now.
No, you're on high, being like
yeah.
a boss man
Yeah,
now.
this is the first time I've ever worked out. You know, my posture's better.
Yeah.
A little sore.
You push past, and you can see now deep into what is like a large tunnel system. There are like, essentially there's a little way station there. There are people, and you can see, yeah, with that, totally. You can see lying like half underneath one of these carts, essentially. It looks like a long silver worm that has like ridges. Underneath one of the carts on like a wheeled back, you see Oliver tinkering away with like a little like blowtorch looking thing, and he seems to be carving runes along the bottom, and you watch as he kind of, why isn't this working? Ding, and you watch it, and it begins to float off the rail lines as they also begin to glow with runes, and kind of like, yes, I'm incredible. Wow. Drops down. That's it for the day. I'm going back. I don't feel well. And he begins to walk farther in.
Can we kind of? Well, I'm gonna go race down and try to catch up to.
As you go to run down,
No,
there is
I'm
this-
not going to let you get up close to that guy. Hell no, I pulled you
So
back.
same thing. I run and.
Yeah. No.
Guards begin to start to swarm you guys. It's like, this is restricted area.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
citizens allowed. We will remove you.
I like.
Can I?
That was Oliver.
Yeah. He's clearly sick. Take a picture.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we get it. We're leaving.
We're leaving.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Hold on. You. Just.
Yeah.
What?
Just
Hold your spear up higher.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Mean face.
Okay. Funny face.
Yeah. Everybody say cheese.
Everybody say geese.
Oh,
I put it away.
you put it away.
And you guys eventually make your way back to the Runedrake Manor.
Nice.
As you all, by evening's time at this point, find yourself back at the Runedrake Manor. Kind of around the same time, rustling, bumping one into another. You can smell fresh food being made. There's a light sizzle in the air, Freya. Like a
Would I notice that?
genuinely
Okay,
like
so-
a tingling sensation, starting from like your cheeks and like running down your body.
Oh, fuck, am I sick?
As you walk in, you can all smell this like delicious fish scent being like grilled from the back end. Not for you, Thorn. As food is being prepared and dishes are being brought out, it is a grand feast. It's not mush. It's not just like simple like laid out bread and fish. Manus has gone all out. But you do notice, as you all arrive, standing in each corner of the sea can, there are like, they're visored and they're goblin folk wearing like these large steel epaulets that come to a little point, and they've each got like a hilt on their hip with no blade, and they're all just kind of standing in the corner of the room watching. Manix eventually comes in the front door as dinner is being served, and that's where we're going to take our break. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first half of We Split the Party. Wow, that was a quick one. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around.